fluffy sheep felt her tummy twist with nerves. Her wool was soft and warm, but inside her tummy felt wiggly and unsure. It was her very first day of school, and everything felt big and new. Inside, the classroom buzzed with chatter and giggles. Bright posters covered the walls, and sunlight danced across the floor. Molly clutched her backpack tight, holding it close like a little shield. She watched the others play, but her hooves stayed still, almost glued to the spot. Then she spotted Foxy. He was building a tower with bright, colorful blocks. The tower stretched higher and higher, wobbling but still standing tall. Molly tiptoed closer, her eyes wide, her heart beating fast with curiosity. But oh dear, her hoof brushed the table. Crash! The tower tumbled down in a rainbow of clattering blocks. Molly froze, her heart sinking low, low, low. She squeezed her eyes shut tight, waiting for anger, but instead, a kind voice spoke. Foxy smiled kindly. "Accidents happen," said Foxy gently. "Want to build an even bigger one together?" Yay! The knot of fear in Molly's chest began to loosen, just a little. It felt like a tiny balloon floating up, lighter and lighter. Together, they began to gather the scattered blocks, one by one. Foxy suggested sorting them by color and size. Red with red, blue with blue, tall ones in one pile, tiny ones in another. Molly found herself enjoying the task, her hooves moving faster with each block. They started with a strong base, laying block after block in neat rows. Foxy dreamed of a grand entrance with arches. Molly suggested adding tall turrets on top, like the castles in her storybooks. They laughed as they built, their giggles bouncing around the room. But then, oh no! One tall wall began to wobble. Molly gasped, her eyes wide with worry. Foxy quickly pressed his paws against it, holding it steady. "We need a stronger base," he said. Everyone rushed in to help, bringing bigger blocks, pushing together with smiles. The castle rose taller, brighter, stronger. It stretched toward the ceiling like a rainbow tower. Everyone clapped and cheered loudly, their happy voices filling the classroom. Molly felt brave at last, her heart shining like sunshine inside her chest. The castle was more than blocks. It was built with kindness. It was built with laughter. It was built with friendship. Soon, the lunch bell rang. The room smelled of yummy food, warm bread, sweet fruit, and bubbling soup. Molly sat with her new friends at the long table. Foxy told funny jokes, and everyone laughed so hard their tummies jiggled. Molly felt happy, safe, and very full. After lunch, it was playtime. The sun shone brightly in the schoolyard. Molly tried the slide, whooshing down with a squeal of delight. But oh dear! Foxy tumbled right into the fountain with a big splash. Everyone laughed with joy, and Molly's giggles sparkled like bells. She knew she belonged. After playtime, it was time to go home. On the walk, they talked about the castle, the laughter, and the fun day. Molly felt proud of all she had done. The adventure didn't end at school. She remembered the teamwork and the fun from the castle day. The blocks, the colors, the laughter. It was all still alive in her mind. At home, Molly sat at her little desk. Her crayons waited for her, lined up neatly in a row. She drew a picture of the castle with tall turrets and smiling friends all around. She felt proud and happy after such a magical day. The castle, the playground, and lunch all felt like glowing memories. She knew she could face new adventures tomorrow. As evening fell, Molly thought about her friends. Tomorrow would bring new laughter, new games, and new surprises. Morning sunlight filled her room. She stretched, yawned, and wriggled out of bed. She got dressed and ready for school, pulling on her bright red and yellow backpack. It was breakfast time with her family. The table was full of warm toast, fresh fruit, and milk. She hugged her family goodbye, ready for another day of school adventures. Molly walked proudly towards school, with Foxy trotting happily beside her. Children waved, animal friends played, the grass looked green and bright, and the playground shone with colors, swings, slides, and climbing frames everywhere. School was not scary anymore. School was full of friends. School was a wonderful adventure, and Molly felt ready for anything.